Hello, class. My name is Mark Brown, and I'm going to talk to you guys about race and ethnicity and why they are important in sports. Before I dive in, um, just want to introduce myself. I'm the Cumberland men's basketball assistant coach. And one of the things that intrigued or interested me in becoming a basketball coach is one, the many lessons I've learned as a collegiate athlete. Um, and although people perceive that as, you know, um, it be just basketball and you developing as an athlete, or you just getting a scholarship to play at the collegiate level. I also learned some very important life lessons. Um, as you know, basketball is a team sport in which you meet guys, you meet coaches, you meet trainers, you meet administration from all walks of life. And I've been fortunate to play on some very diverse, to play for some very diverse programs. And one thing I've learned is to accept people for who they are, no matter what shape, size, ethnicity, race, height, weight, um, no matter any of those things. I just to judge someone off their character and off their actions. And like I said, I've been a part of some great groups, some talented basketball programs, basketball teams. But for the most part, I've been blessed. Um, I've been blessed to enjoy some great teammates and some great coaches. Um, but to me, why race and ethnicity is important in sports. As we know, 2020 has been a crazy year. Um, you know, in regards to COVID, and as well, the sensitive subject, um, social issues or racism within our country. Um, and one of the key points I would like to hit is, so here you look at this picture and you see the 2020 NBA champions, bubble champions, that is, and the Los Angeles Lakers. And so when I look at this picture, I don't just see a professional basketball team. I see a group of guys that, despite what the world thrown their way, whether it be COVID, social injustice, um, quarantine, some guys' jobs were in jeopardy, or some guys lost their jobs. Some guys opted out of playing in the bubble to stay with their families or stay at home and fight for social justice. But here I see a group of guys that, despite everything that was going on in the world, they all came together for a common goal, and that was to bring home a championship. Um, and I just think you have to tip your hat to those guys. And this championship should definitely be marked with an asterisk. It's one that we've never seen before, um, and it may not be one that we ever see before ever again. So you definitely have to tip your hat to the Los Angeles Lakers. Um, on this next slide, you have a Fox News reporter um, who a couple seasons back, where the world had witnessed, um, more social injustice, and professional athletes began to speak out about it. And this Fox News analyst, she uh, decided to take the narrative, or take the initiative, rather, I'm sorry, to tell LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and others to just shut up and dribble. Here you see guys in the bubble again, wearing votes and wearing shirts encouraging all people to vote, and particularly minorities who in the past have, um, there's statistics where there's a, you know, uh, we're just gonna move forward. I'm sorry about that. Got a glitch here. Um, and lastly, you have a part owner of the Atlanta Dream, who's also a politician in Georgia. She has a team that's predominantly black, of black women, yet none of her views or political views, rather, complement the players in her program, in which her players, um, although they respected her, they couldn't really, uh, just being aware of her views and how they didn't stand for, the players and let alone the organization of the franchise. I mean, their team is called the Atlanta Dream. So, um, but just to close on this, um, and where I'm getting to, I believe race plays a huge role. Um, in sports and in athletics. Um, the major sports are dominated by people of color, and particularly black athletes. Yet, when it comes to um, higher positions in franchises or college programs, like head coaching jobs or ADs, owners, GMs, head coaches of professional leagues, minorities. Um, Minorities have a hard time receiving opportunity to become coaches and administrators, and general managers and owners of teams. Yet we dominate, um, majority of sports, and I just think there's a correlation in there, and it has to change. Again, like I said, I've had the opportunity to play for some very diverse programs, and I still love those guys to this day. And I think the more we see that in sport, the better it will be. Thank you for listening.